This is from the 2007 IOL. Um, we're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna start by actually computing the squares, and someone yell at me if I screw up computing perfect squares, because that's on brand for me. Thank you. Let me get the name correct. Why didn't that show up on here? Thank you, Claudia Brazil, for the gift sub. Welcome, Ifaj. Hello, Haiku-san. Okay, so these are the 49, 64, 81, 100. We can do that correctly, right? Okay, so we're gonna... I'm really hoping these are 149. That would be good. If so... I mean, we're not promised it's actually in base 10. Also, there's a... Okay, so the word abo appears a lot, so I feel like that one's probably not a digit. I feel like the abo is probably like the and or whatever. Let me just highlight all of them so they're easier to see. Abo, 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 Nif tondor men tonni. So this actually has like 4 things. Yeah, I feel like this probably isn't base 10. Oh, it could be 1 for 100. That's also possible. The Tonith appears a lot though, right? Like there's not that many, like 100. Unless it's one of those crappy subtraction things, but I really hope not. Ithin, Sasa. Oh, I missed one of these. Actually, except for this ithin here, every single one of these ends with sas, tonith, or does anything end with nif? Nothing ends with nif. Ithin. Ithin is the other. So ithin looks like it wants to be like the units digit of some base, not necessarily base 10. Like these are the ones you'd expect to see a lot if you were working modulo a base for which you didn't have that many different quadratic residues. Can I stake a claim? Thornith. Yeah, I mean, not every language in the world uses... These are real-world languages, and not every language in the world uses base 10, as it turns out. Latin uses subtraction. I'm gonna move my face on to the other side. Tondor. I think I've seen this language before. This 1200 speaker language. I don't know where mer is. I actually Nif appears multiple times, right? Nif 3, Nif 4. Okay, hear me out. Here's my conspiracy theory. I want this to be base 5. I want this to be base 5 because I think Nif is like a large number. Like Thonith and Sass look like single digit numbers, but Nif looks like it wants to be like some big thingy. The conspiracy theory is that Nif is 25, so this is base 5, and that's why there's just a single Nif, and then this looks reasonable because there's exactly 4. Oh lord. But then, okay, there's a bunch of things that end in... Oh, the only quadratic residues modulo 5 are 1, 4, and 0. And I expect mostly 1 and 4, so that doesn't check out well. Hang on. Alright, let's actually do some number theory, alright? So there's 3 things that end in... There's 4 things that end in Thonith. And there's some things that end with Ithin, although notably no single digit ends with Ithin. There's like Ithin. And then there's Sass. 1, 2. There's 2 things that is, or 3, sorry, there's 3 Sass. And 2 Ithin, and then 1 thing that ends with Nif. This is probably different from the others, because Nif keeps appearing at like the front instead of the back. No matter what base you pick, 1 has to be a quadratic residue. What if Nif equals 4 and Thonith equals 9? Does that have the right counts? And Tho is adding 5. So it's like, okay. You want Nif and Thonith to be 4 and 9. I really want it to be okay. The reason like my conspiracy theory isn't working well for me is because Thonith and Sass, Ithin, Mer Opal is. I really want a base for which like. See, I was thinking about base 6 for a while too. In which case, like if Thonith is 4 and Sass is 1, and then Ithin is like 3, and then Mer Abo Ithin would be like 1 plus 3 or something. Because Mer looks like it's only shows up. Do I believe that? Okay, we're gonna write all the perfect squares in base 6. There was some reason I wasn't really fond of this. I don't remember what it was. 16 is 2, 4 in base 6. And then 25 is 4, 1 base 6. And then 36 is 100. 1, 0, 0. That can be your Nif. And then I need to actually compute the rest. 1, 2, 1. 1, 4, 4. Those should look familiar. 81 is what? Jesus Christ. 2, 1, 3 in base 6. And then 100. I keep trying to say like 100 as if it's 28, 2, 4, 4. I hope. In which case, what would the, so okay, so if we believe that, first of all, is this why you picked this one for me? All right, is this the intention here? Is this what's going on? Okay, I think this is right now. I'm very convinced this is right now. Okay, well, okay, there you go. uh, Okay. 1 4 4 4 4. So there's 4 fours. So we think phone is okay. I'm gonna actually write the associations here, if we believe this theory, which looks very likely because of inside information. Okay, and then SAS is SAS is the other units digit that appears a lot. So the SAS should be 1, and NIF can be 36. Then ithin is the units digit that appears only twice. So ithin should be 3. Okay, so we want this to be I'm gonna, well, what's a good way to, okay, we're gonna use the power of, I have to think this through. I'm gonna make this thing a little bit, oh, see, the scary thing is if I enlarge this, then the marks on it don't line up anymore. So I think what I actually want to do is okay, first I want to figure out how to select the things I'm aiming for, which is this blob. We're going to resize this blob so it's a little smaller. And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And my goal is to pair these things here. So this guy can go to here. This thing can go to here. And then we want like some mer elbow ithin. So mer probably means like the 1 0 in base 6, right? That would make sense. Or mer probably refers to just the 6 digit, like the, I'm just gonna write this, something like that. And then this will line up nicely. Mer elbow ithin. And then 2 4 6. Which one do we decide? It's like mer and thef thonith, right? Presumably, because the others get longer and longer. So we're just gonna write mer and def is like 2 0. And then 4 1 6. So I'm looking for something that ends in sas and only has one thing before it. I bet Tondor is 30. I bet that's what's going on. Or I don't. So Abo is just plus, is what I'm assuming is going on. I'm gonna move these annotations a little closer. Or where's a good place? We'll put them here. Or no, that's blocked by chat. Alright, we agreed that NIF was this thing. And then, so nif thef. That's something that starts with 2, right? And then mer ethin is 213. And then I also need, so nif, mer, and def. Yep, that checks out. And then nif def is a 2. Okay, so I think that's all our data points. Nif def is 2. Tondor. And then nif tondor mer. Tondor is our 30, mer is our 10, so that checks out, and then it's tonef. All right. Okay, and now we just have to finish the last few things here. Oh, we don't, this is a new word, so the point is that we need to use what we already learned to figure this out. So mer abosas is 11, and then times some constant t is equal to something plus t. This thing has apo is plus. Mer and def is 20. And tondor is wait, what? I mean, okay, I'm fine with arithmetic puzzles, but it's a little it feels like this is supposed to be a single number, but tondor is being no. Wait, what's going on here? Tondor, what did I say tondor was? It's 30. So 30 and 20 and 6. So it's like 56. So mereg better be the digit 5. So this is 7 times 5 equals 35. Nifithin aboithin is nifithin. Oh shoot. Huh? So this is like 303? What does nifithin mean? Okay, but more on that we know. This is 22, 5 in base 6. So this is 17. Nifithin apoitin is what is nifithin? Like I want it to be 303. I can't really tell for sure because none of the numbers here are big enough to test that theory. We know in the tens place that mer was 10, and then mer and thef became 20, and then tondor was like a separate word. Nifithin could be. What is wrong with Twitch chat today? Jesus Christ. Anyways, 58 is 1. Oh god, arithmetic. 1, 3, 4, base 6. So this is nif abo tondor abo thonif and 87 requires a bit more calculation. In base 6, this is 2, 2, 3, which is nif def abo mer on def abo, and then whatever 3 is, which is ithin. Do I believe nif if okay, so I mean okay, nif thef was the 2. I guess we never saw the digit 2 anywhere. Like it could just be thef is the digit 2. And so then nif ithin is, you know. That would actually make sense. Like we mer and thef. Actually, yeah, that makes sense because thef here is 2. Like nif thef and mer and thef. So I bet this is nif ithin feels like it better be 303. And that is 111. Okay, and then I just read the comment. Okay. Yeah, nif thef and mer and thef. And then yeah, thef seems like it should be a digit 2. 2 is not a quadratic number, so you need modulus 6. Alright, we did it! Alright. Amazing. Okay, that was good. I don't know how much to believe you when you tell me the 1434 wasn't intentional, because that's how I knew we were doing the right thing. But, yeah, I was just like, alright, this is definitely correct. 'Cause it's like